It's The Big Show with me, Alex Belfield, talking to my favourite people and some of the world's biggest stars, and then people that I've been trying to get on for years and years and years, and Lord Sugar said, no, I'm not wasting my time, but finally you've given in. Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you very much.
Would you help me with this one? What do I call you firstly? Lord Sugar?
You got it, that's right. It's not bad, not bad. I've done a few interviews with BBC over the last couple of days, and I've reported some of the other people to the compliance people for getting my name wrong.
What are they calling you then, sir?
Well, they still call me Sir Alan and all that stuff. It's quite. Look, I don't care what you call me. You can call me Alan as far as I'm concerned. It's just that I'm not Sir Alan anymore. It's gone, I'm afraid to say. It's actually, it is the correct title is Lord Sugar.
What a life you've had. I mean, I haven't seen the book because it's not out yet and I'm not meant to see it and all that, but I've read tons and tons of extracts and done a load of research on you. And you really are the American dream, but from England, aren't you, really? I mean, it started so modestly and it's ended up big time. Congratulations on that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's that was recognised in the 80s by Margaret Thatcher, for example. I was the blue-eyed boy of the city then when I first floated my company in 1981, because, as you quite rightly say, I started from nothing, really, with £100 in the minivan. That is all true. And there's no reason on this God's earth why someone else can't do it in this day and age either.
Have you thought how you go from being just a humble kid living a normal life to being a multimillionaire? Because, I mean, your path is so extraordinary and your success is so massive. Do you think you were born to greatness, or is it just down to damn hard work?
Well, I don't know about born to greatness. You started quoting Shakespeare there, to be honest. I think the thing is that an entrepreneur, and as I've always said, is someone that it has something which is inbuilt inside them, yeah? You either are one or you're not, and it's not something that, with respect, you can be taught. It needs to be prized out of you. And I've always kind of used a comparison of, say, a concert pianist, for example. Now, if you lock me in a room for a year with a piano teacher, I guess at the end of the year I could come out and, you know, do you a quick rendition of Roll Out the Barrel, right? Yes. Would I ever be a great concert pianist in the Royal Albert Hall? Never in a million years, because that person has a talent, okay? And in the same way, an entrepreneur has a talent inbred inside them. And an 11-year-old person that's going to end up becoming a concert pianist, if you know what I mean, didn't suddenly leap out of bed one morning and start playing some piano concerto in the E minor or whatever. Someone spotted it and then coaxed them and taught him and trained him or her and made them the great person they are. And that's similar with an entrepreneur. You have to spot it. It has to be spotted, and you have to be encouraged to actually then exploit it more.
Your new autobiography is called What You See Is What You Get, and it seems to me that your dad has really created the person you are today, because he worked damn hard to make you the man you are today, really, didn't he? Well,
he worked very, very hard. Yeah, I mean, the family ethos was to work hard because there was no other way to get any money, and we never had any money. We lived in the council flats in Hackney, and that was it. I mean, nothing. You know, he'd done his best. He'd done his best. My mum and dad did their best. They had 4 children, of which I was the youngest. They did their best. I think the driving thing for me was to make sure that I was not going to struggle like they had done over money. Money was not, you know, I wasn't going to struggle. I was going to become self-sufficient.
What's your take on money isn't everything?
It definitely, it's not everything at all.
But it does help, doesn't
it? You know, get to a certain stage and you don't need any more. There are better, there are other things in life, but of course, you know, everybody needs some money. You need some money to, you know, put some food in your mouth, for example. And, you know, I sometimes admire some people, particularly some that I've employed over the years, who are brilliant people that could have applied their mind a little bit differently and become richer, who are content with their life. They wanted to earn their salary. They went to work, they came to work, they did their job, they've got their family life, they've got their hobbies, and they are content. But you know, they needed money, a certain amount of money, in order to keep their family going.
It's an interesting point you make. Why now do you keep on keeping on when you've got enough money? What drives you to get out of bed in the morning? Because it isn't to make another million, is it?
Well, because that's what we are. That's what we are. You know, you can ask the same of anybody. You know, of a football player. Why does he want to keep on playing? You know, I mean, he's got a problem, a football player, because physically he can't, because he gets to the age of 35 or 40, and it's physical restraints to stop him doing it. But if they could, you ask any one of them, they would love to be out on the football pitch playing. And it's just this, you know, to me, bringing out a new product is like scoring a goal. If you're designing and engineering a new product and seeing it come to the market it's like scoring a goal, really. It's winning a league, and and then afterwards, whether it sells or not is important, because it's an ego thing, whether it was a good idea, a good product. But really, the amount of money that it makes or doesn't becomes irrelevant. You're looking for the next. So it's just that drive that will never go away.
Is your greatest skill instinct, judging people and products instantly and deciding my heart's in that or my heart's not in it?
Well, I think it's one of my skills. I think it is. I guess it is one of my greatest skills. I'm not saying I'm the world's best expert on it. I don't have any exclusivity over judging people and having been a good judge of character or instinct, because a lot of the other business people in this country, men and women, have got that instinct. I mean, I don't have any exclusivity there, and some have even got it better than me, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it's part and parcel of your makeup.
I want to talk about you as a child, because I know you struggled at secondary school. Anti-Semitism was a big problem for you for a while. Did that change you as a person? Did it make you a bit sceptical about people that they judge?
I think it's part of life's lessons. I think what I describe in my book is that an innocent child brought into the world and sent to a primary school where we, all loved each other as kids. Well, in the sense that it didn't matter who you were, whether you were an Asian, a black, Jewish, or whatever. You just get on and you played, and you was as naughty and as spiteful as you would normally be. There was no hint of racism at all, none whatsoever. So there you got an innocent child, if you like, but sent to school at 5 up to the age of 11, and suddenly at the age of 11, when you leave and you go to another school, and you suddenly start hearing people making racist chants about Jews or blacks. Have you never heard it in your life before? You've never ever heard it in your life, but you can imagine how traumatized one is when suddenly you start. There's a reality of my God, what are they talking about? I remember going home and saying to my mum and dad, who kind of insulated me from it, didn't think it was necessary to coach me on what I was about to let myself in for, because we lived in in flats, and not all in our flats we had majority non-Jewish people. Never ever came across the problems at all, and so there you are. So it kind of hardens you up a little bit. I was traumatized as a youngster, but that lasted, a few weeks until I realized this is what the world's like. Unfortunately, there's ignorant people out there, and you watch some people that came from primary school with me, who were there, who were my best pals at primary school. And here's a horrible thing. Innocent people like me and them, best pals, used to sit together at primary school, get to secondary school, because we both went on to the same secondary school, and they changed and they blew me out because they were poisoned by the minds of others. Unbelievable.
How are you with people now and trusting them? Because obviously you run a business and you've got to have people within it that you trust with your money. Are you guarded as a person?
No, I think that experience, over the years has aided me in assessing professional people. And in companies you have systems and things. You don't trust all your money to one individual. You have systems in companies where there is a kind of a structure as to how money or expenditure is made. So I think that is kind of really not an issue there. And then it's just experience as to whether you and also experience of having people working with you for a while and giving new people an opportunity to settle in, and then you can kind of get an understanding of their nature and their culture, and that's when to entrust in them a little bit more.